Good morning students. Let's again study the chapter 3 Fiber to Fabric of your NCERT book. Okay. So today we are studying the next two pages, that is page number 20 and 21 of your chapter. So you have yesterday understood about the variety of fabrics. Then you have understood about the various types of fibers which are available. You have understood the natural fiber and synthetic fibers, that there are three main types of fibers, that is natural fibers, synthetic fibers and mixed fibers, and they are different types. Also, I hope you have studied and understood about the natural fibers and their sources, about which it's there in your first and second slides also of the PPT today. So you can go through it again and you can see what are the sources of the various natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Okay. So now let's understand some plant fibers today. Some plant fibers which are mainly given in your NCERT book are cotton and jute. So mainly we are covering here these two plant fibers, that is cotton and jute. Now cotton and jute are both plant fibers and they grow in the soil. So we should understand what is the soil required for them, what is the plant part which gives us the fiber, when we can harvest it, and how we can harvest, what is the process of getting the fiber, what is the major requirement for these plants. All this you will understand. And this will also tell you the differences between these two plants, which are the plant fibers. Okay. So first we will cover the soil which is needed. Soil, you know, the soil which is needed for cotton is black soil. It grows well in black soil. That's why it is grown more in the Maharashtra region. It's grown in Maharashtra, then Karnataka, Gujarat. These regions have got more of black soil. Now jute, it needs alluvial soil. Actually it grows in a wide range of soils. From clay soil to sandy soil, it can grow in wide range of soils, but best soil is this alluvial soil. So as this is found more in the Sundarban Delta region, so it's grown more there, and it's the maximum cultivation of jute occurs in this Sundarban Delta region. And in Bangladesh is the maximum producer of jute. In our country, it's produced in West Bengal, some parts of Odisha and Bihar also. Actually, the main requirement for jute cultivation is water bodies. So where there is good amount of water bodies and rain, there jute is grown. Okay. And for cotton, actually the amount of water which is provided should be uniform throughout the year. It doesn't need lots of water, but irrigation should be uniform. Okay. Now come to plant part. Cotton ball, which is called the fruit of the plant. Its picture you can get from your PDF of PPT. In the PPT, it's being provided to you. The picture of this cotton ball. From there you can see the plant part and the cotton ball picture. Actually this cotton ball provides the fiber to us, cotton fiber to us. Then in jute, this stem provides the cotton fiber. Its picture is also given in the PPT PDF, and from there you can see the plant, how does it look like. Okay. Now come to harvesting stage. The harvesting stage is when the cotton ball matures. Actually the cotton ball becomes red in color, gets filled up with the fiber, and then it breaks down. Then the full field becomes white in color with the broken cotton balls. Then we can say that cotton is ready for harvesting. Now flowering stage is the stage of harvesting for jute plant. Jute plant actually grows up to a height of 6 to 7 feet, as you can see from the pictures in the PPT PDF, and then it is harvested in the flowering stage. Okay. Then come to process of obtaining the fiber. The fiber is obtained by the process of ginning. Either it can be done by hand using the iron comb, or it can be done by a ginning machine. Ginning machines are nowadays run in the fields itself. As you can see from the pictures, you will understand this. And actually, why this ginning is needed? Ginning is actually needed to remove the seeds from the plant. Seeds are present in the fiber. Actually, the cotton balls, they are the fruit of the plant. They consist of the seeds and the fiber. So, seeds have to be removed by the process of this ginning. So, ginning process is done in cotton, and then only we can get the fibers. While retting is the process which is done to obtain the fibers of jute. Actually, for retting, what they put the plant after harvesting in flowering stage. The farmers put the plant in water bodies, and it is kept there for a few days, about 20 days. The plant stems are put in water bodies. So what happens? There is action of microbes on the fiber, on the stems of the plant, and this separates the fibers, and they are then taken out by hand. So this process is called retting. Actually, here rotting of the stems is being done by the action of microbes. So then fibers are separated by the farmers by hand, and that way it is obtained. Okay, students, so I hope you have clearly understood these two plant fibers, that is cotton and jute. You have understood their differences, from where they are obtained, what sources are used, and all this is very clear to you. So now let's come to today's task, what you have to do. Some class tasks are provided to you, which you have to complete, and you can do the class tasks in the rough notebook, in any rough notebook which is available to you. For the home task, students, you have to do from the back exercise question number 3 and question number 4. Question number 3 is a fill in the blanks. It's very easy. A and B part, only 2 parts are there. While question number 4 is about cotton and jute plant. So you have to complete these 2 questions from your back exercise, and from your assignment which is provided to you in the last class, yesterday's class. Assignment was provided in the form of PDF to you. So you please open it, and then you see you have to do question number 2A part, question number 2C part, which are differences. The difference between natural and synthetic fibers, and the difference between ginning and retting. These 2 differences you have to do in question number 2. This ginning is also known as combing. So don't get confused. Combing or ginning is same. Then you have to do question number 4, which asks, why is cotton grown more in Maharashtra while jute is grown more in West Bengal region? So its answer lies here. You can see, as cotton needs the black soil, and black soil is available more in Maharashtra region. So cotton is grown there, while jute is grown in West Bengal region because alluvial soil it needs, or clay soil it needs, plus it needs water bodies for this process of retting. So I hope these questions are clear to you. Question number 2A and C of assignment, and question number 4 of the assignment you have to do, and question number question number 3 and 4 of your back exercise. These questions, back exercise questions, you can do in the book itself or any rough notebook if the book is not available to you. While the assignment questions you have to do in the single line science notebook which you have already made, and you can note down the answers with blue pen and the questions with black pen and chapter name with black gel pen. So do neat work. I hope you have understood today's topic. So go through the PDF of the PPT. You can go through the assignment which is provided to you yesterday, and you can go through the video which is given to you. You can go through this video of the class 2 times so that you can understand each and every part. So I hope you have understood whatever questions are provided to you, and the home task which is given to you. The class task is also compulsory for all of you. So happy learning. Stay at home. Thank you. Second question A part I am discussing today. Second question A part you have to do, that is difference between natural fiber and synthetic or artificial fiber. So we should understand the differences one by one, and you can make a table as it is made here, as it is shown to you here, and you can write in points as it's written here. So first point, you can see the natural fibers are less durable, while synthetic fibers, you can see here, synthetic or artificial fibers are durable. They are actually more durable than natural fibers. Then natural fibers absorb sweat, while synthetic or artificial fibers do not absorb sweat. Natural fibers need pressing, while synthetic or artificial fibers do not need pressing, as they are wrinkle free. Wrinkles are some lines formed in the fiber when the fiber is kept or fiber is washed. After that it is having wrinkles in it, so it has to be pressed. But synthetic fibers do not need any pressing because they are wrinkle free. Then you should know the examples of these fibers, that is cotton, silk, wool. Then we have talked about these banana, coconut fiber, you know, it is also known as coir. So these flax and hemp, all these are examples of these natural fibers. But artificial or synthetic fibers have these examples, that is nylon, acrylic, rayon, Orion, all this you have studied. So these are examples of polyester is also there, that is all synthetic fibers. So I hope you will be easily able to do the two questions, that is first one based on sources of natural fibers, and second one based on the differences between the natural and synthetic fibers. Students, in the video, the sources of natural fibers which are provided to you is actually for a recap, and it's also provided to you in the PPT. That was yesterday's question. It was question number 1 of your assignment. Today's question is question number 2, A part and C part of the assignment, which is based on difference between natural and synthetic fibers, whose answers are provided to you here in this video. And C part is difference in ginning and retting process, or combing and retting process. Combing and ginning is the same process. Okay students, then other than this you will have to do question number 4, which talks about cotton and jute. Like cotton is grown more in Maharashtra and jute is grown more in West Bengal. You have to write the reason for that, which I have already discussed. Then you have to do question number 3 and 4 of your back exercise, which is also related to cotton and jute. So I hope you will be able to do your homework and class task easily. So once again I am saying that you go through all the videos, go through the PPT, go through your yesterday's assignment, and do your work neatly in the science notebook, single line science notebook, which you have already made. So once again, happy learning. Thank you.